Hi, everybody. Stephanie here. And one of the things you might not know about me, but if you read my book, I do touch on it a little bit, is that sports has been a big part of my life. It always has been. It was, frankly, a way for me to hide from my true self. For years, as I was growing up, it was a way for me to establish friendships as well as a way for me to fit in, quite honestly. But God blessed me with some modicum of athletic ability, and um, I wound up going to college on a football scholarship of all things. But um, I also wrestled. I ran a lot. I've run a couple of marathons, New York City marathons back in the day, and I share that with you as a backdrop, just to say that, as you might imagine, I'm a bit of an Olympics nerd. And although I had some misgivings about it actually happening this year, given the COVID situation in Japan, it has. And what's happened recently with Simone Biles and with Naomi Osaka um, made me realize that there is sort of a parallel to what my experience was coming out, and it's this. They both started out very young in their sports, and I'm sure they participated and grew in their sport out of a love for their sport. Um, and they've achieved such great heights um, and fame and wealth, quite frankly, as a result of that. But there came a point, and I'm not quite sure where, but you could see it now in how Naomi and Simone have said, "Hold on a minute, I got to take care of me." Where doing it for the love of the sport turned into doing it to satisfy others. And that's where the parallel comes in. As I write about it in the book, and I talk about too, is that, you know, it's really all about, for me, it was really all about putting up appearances and living my life on someone else's terms until there reached a point where I couldn't anymore. And I just really feel that, and it really struck me that that's kind of where Simone was at. It's like, I'm doing this for other people. I'm not doing it for myself anymore. And I'm not experiencing joy like I used to. And to some extent, I think it's the same thing with Naomi. And, and I love what Michael Phelps said, it's okay to not be okay. And I just think there is tremendous courage in what Simone has done and what Naomi has done. And, and that courage isn't lost on me, given my experience and what I think a lot of trans people have experienced, at least of my generation, in their own transitional journeys.